Hello everyone, and welcome to this video on practical and logical interview questions for advanced Java and Spring Boot. Let's start with the difference between HashMap and concurrent HashMap. HashMap is not thread safe. If multiple threads access and modify it at the same time, you may get inconsistent data or even infinite loops. Concurrent HashMap, however, is thread safe. It uses internal locking mechanisms to allow safe access by multiple threads. In high-concurrency apps, like caches or multi-user APIs, use concurrent HashMap to prevent data issues. What is Stream API? Streams let you process data functionally. Let's say you have a list of strings A, B, B, C, C, C. You can use Stream to filter strings with length greater than 1, and then print them. That looks like names.stream, filter where string is greater than 1, and then for each to print it. Avoiding null pointer exception. Avoid null pointer exceptions by using the optional class. Example, create an optional from a method like getName. If it's null, provide a default using or else. So you write optional.optionalable getName, then or else with a default value. This keeps your app safe from nulls. Slide 4. Immutable class in Java. To make a class immutable, follow 3 steps. First, use private final fields. Second, initialize them only in the constructor. Third, don't provide setters. That way, the object state cannot change after creation, perfect for thread safety. List versus set versus map. List is ordered and allows duplicates. Set does not allow duplicates. Map stores key-value pairs. Use a list for ordered data, a set to ensure uniqueness, and a map when you need to associate keys with values. Dependency injection in Spring. Spring uses dependency injection to create and connect beans. Just use the @autowired annotation. For example, instead of writing new user service, just declare the field or constructor, and Spring will inject it for you. Spring Boot Auto Configuration. Spring Boot automatically configures things based on the dependencies in your class path. For example, if you add Spring Web, it sets up Tomcat, Dispatcher Servlet, and default error pages, no XML or manual setup needed. Bean Lifecycle Hooks. To run custom logic when a bean is created or destroyed, use @post construct for initialization, @predestroy for cleanup. Add them on methods to automatically run when the bean starts or stops. @component versus @service versus @repository. These are all stereotype annotations. Use @component for general purpose beans. Use @service for business logic. Use @repository for database access. It also enables exception translation. This helps Spring identify and manage beans correctly. Global exception handling. Use @controller advice with @exception handler to catch exceptions globally. For example, if a resource is not found, return a custom error message with HTTP status 404. That way, you don't have to handle errors in every controller manually. Functional interfaces and lambdas. A functional interface has only one abstract method. Lambdas provide a clean way to implement them. Completable feature for async Java. Completable feature allows non-blocking asynchronous tasks. For example, you can write supply sync to fetch data, then accept to handle the result, all without blocking your main thread. Spring Boot performance tuning. To improve performance, use @cacheable to cache method results. Avoid N+8 problems by using fetch joins in JPA. Add pagination for large database results. Use @async for background processing. Stream filter versus map. Filter is for removing elements that don't match a condition. Map is for transforming each element. Equals versus in Java. Compares memory addresses. Equals compares content. So, two strings created with new will not be equal using, but they are equal using equals. Spring Boot Starter. Starters in Spring Boot are dependency bundles. For example, Spring Boot Starter Web includes Tomcat, MVC, and Jackson, so you don't need to add each one manually. @requestparam versus @path variable. Use @requestparam for query parameters like user, ID. Spring automatically binds them to your method arguments. Securing REST API. Secure your APIs using JWT or OAuth. In Spring Security, you can use filters to validate tokens on each request before allowing access to resources. Custom annotations in Java. You can create custom annotations using @interface. Combine this with aspect-oriented programming to add features like logging. For example, create @log execution time, then write an aspect that logs how long each method took. Task scheduling in Spring Boot. Use @schedule to run methods periodically. For example, to run a task every hour, use @scheduled with a cron expression for hourly execution. Thanks for joining this advanced Java and Spring Boot QA session. If you'd like more examples or project-level walkthroughs, drop a comment or follow for the next video.